Have you ever been told that after 50 you should cut your hair short because it looks more age-appropriate? Or maybe you have heard whispers that long hair after 60 will only make you look older. These ideas have been passed around for decades, almost like an unspoken rule. But let me ask you, who created that rule in the first place? And more importantly, why should we keep following it today? The truth is, long hair has no age. What matters most is not whether your hair reaches your shoulders or your waist, but how you feel when you see yourself in the mirror. Do you feel radiant, elegant, and free? Or do you feel limited by standards that were never really yours? In this video, we will explore why long hair after 50 can be a symbol of grace and confidence, not a burden. You will discover how to choose the right style for your face shape, how to care for your hair so it stays healthy and vibrant, and why so many women are reclaiming their long locks as a statement of self-love. Make sure you stay with me until the end, because I will reveal a powerful secret about long hair that no beauty magazine ever told you, and it might just change the way you see yourself forever. If you enjoy this kind of content, I invite you to subscribe so you never miss new insights made just for women like us. And please share your thoughts in the comments because your story might be exactly what inspires another woman today. 1. The origin of the short hair rule, after 50. Back in the 1950s and 1960s, society had a very strict idea of what a respectable woman should look like. Short hair, modest clothing, and simple makeup were considered signs of maturity and seriousness. Long flowing hair was often labeled as youthful, rebellious, even impractical for an older woman. Movies, magazines, and advertisements of that time repeated this message until it became almost a rule. Many women believed that once they reached a certain age, they were expected to cut their hair. But let me ask you this: who really created that rule? Was it women themselves, or was it a cultural standard designed to keep us all looking the same? When I turned 55, a close friend suggested I should finally cut my hair short because it was time to look more age-appropriate. I smiled and thanked her, but in my heart I wondered why my reflection should be shaped by someone else's outdated opinion. I know many of you can relate. Have you ever felt pressured to change your hair just to match an expectation that was never truly yours? How many of you have kept a short hairstyle not because you loved it, but because people told you it was practical or elegant for your age? Things are changing now. Women in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s are breaking free from these old patterns. Silver hair worn long, shoulder-length waves, even waist-length styles are becoming more common. Social media is full of women redefining beauty on their own terms and proving that age does not limit personal style. And this leads us into something even more meaningful. Hair is never only about appearance. It carries memory, emotion, and a sense of freedom that no trend can ever replace. 2. The power of personal choice. Today, women over 50 finally have the freedom to choose their own style. The old rules no longer apply unless you decide they do. Long hair or short hair does not define your age. What truly matters is how you feel when you look in the mirror. Do you see a woman who is confident and comfortable in her skin, or someone following a rule that never made sense in the first place? Let me share a personal story. When I was 58, I kept my hair long even though some friends told me it might make me look older. Around the same time, a woman I know, also in her late 50s, decided to cut her hair very short because she thought it would be easier. The difference was striking. She often complained about looking tired and not recognizing herself, while I felt more alive than ever because I chose a style that made me feel like myself. We were the same age, yet our confidence levels told two completely different stories. Think about this for yourself. Have you ever noticed how two women, both the same age, can look completely different depending on how they care for their hair and how much they embrace their choice? It is not about whether the hair is long or short. It is about the love and attention you give it, and the pride you feel when you wear it. And this opens the door to something even deeper. Hair is not only about the style you pick. It is about how that choice connects to your emotions, your memories, and the way you carry yourself every single day. 3. Hair and emotions. Your hair as a part of memory. Hair is never just hair. For many women, it carries the weight of different chapters in life. Think back to your younger years when you may have worn it long, carefree, and full of movement. Then motherhood arrived, and perhaps you pulled it back into a bun or a ponytail because there was no time for anything else. Later, in the years of career and maturity, some of us cut it shorter not because we wanted to, but because we felt we had to. I still remember when I was around 50, a colleague told me that short hair would make me look more professional. At the time, I listened and cut my hair, even though deep down I did not feel like myself. Every morning I would catch my reflection and think, this is not me. Years later, when I decided to grow it out again, something inside me came alive. It was not about looking younger. It was about reconnecting with the version of myself I had lost. A client of mine, Mary, age 62, shared a similar experience. She had worn short hair for 2 decades because her family kept telling her it was more suitable. When she finally let her silver hair grow to her shoulders, she told me, "I feel like I found myself again." Her children even commented that she looked more radiant and confident. What about you? Have you ever changed your hair because you thought you had to, not because you truly wanted to? Can you recall how it felt when you chose a style that matched your spirit instead of someone else's expectation? Hair carries memory, and when we embrace that connection, we reclaim not just our style, but also our inner strength. And this naturally leads us to explore something just as important, the practical side of making hair work beautifully for us at any age. 4. Expert advice. How to keep long hair beautiful after 50. Long hair after 50 can be stunning when it is styled and cared for in a way that flatters your natural features. It is not about copying a trend. It is about harmony between your face shape, your hair texture, and your personal style. Let me walk you through some practical tips that I have shared with many women over the years, including myself. By face shape. If you have a round face, the goal is to create the illusion of length. Long hair with soft layers can help elongate the face and add movement. Personally, I struggled with a fuller face in my early 60s, and adding gentle layers made a huge difference. My friends often commented that I looked slimmer, even though I had not lost any weight. For those with a long face, balance is key. Adding soft waves or side-swept bangs can break up the length and create harmony. A client of mine, Linda, age 64, felt her long face made her look tired. When we gave her a layered cut with light waves, she told me, "I feel softer, more approachable, and less severe." If your face is square, it is important to add softness at the ends. Avoid very straight lines that emphasize sharp angles. Layers that curl inward or loose waves at the bottom can create a more feminine and gentle appearance. For an oval face, you are lucky. Almost every style works well because the proportions are naturally balanced. This is the time to experiment. Try different lengths, waves, or even bold parts. The key is to enjoy the freedom and have fun with your style. By hair texture. Thin or fine hair can still look beautiful when it is treated with care. Layering can add volume and dimension, and lightweight volumizing products can help keep it full. In recent studies on hair aging published in 2024, researchers noted that fine hair after menopause often benefits from biotin-rich treatments. I have used a simple biotin spray myself, and within months I noticed more bounce and shine. For women with thick hair, the focus is on control and softness. A little nourishing oil, such as argan or jojoba, can help manage bulk and bring out a natural shine. I remember using a pea-sized amount of argan oil on my thick silver hair before a family wedding, and my grandchildren said my hair looked like silk in the photos. Curly hair deserves to be celebrated, not hidden. Hydration is your best friend. Use rich conditioners, and let the curls frame your face naturally. Do not fight against them. A dear friend of mine, Clara, now 70, let her curls grow naturally silver, and they became her signature. Strangers often ask her if her curls are real because they look so vibrant. Silver or white hair can be absolutely striking. It does not have to look dull. A purple or blue-toned shampoo can remove any yellowish tint and keep the color crisp. According to a 2025 beauty industry survey, nearly 40% of women over 55 in the United States now embrace their natural gray or silver hair, and many report feeling more confident as a result. Questions for you. Have you ever noticed how a small change, like adding bangs or layers, completely transforms your face? Do you find yourself caring for your hair texture in the same way you did in your 30s, or have you adapted to what it needs now? Remember, it is not about perfection. It is about choosing what makes you feel radiant. When hair harmonizes with your features and texture, it becomes less of a struggle and more of a joy. And this naturally brings us to another essential part of the journey, the way we care for our hair daily so that it stays healthy, strong, and beautiful at any age. Secrets to caring for long hair after 50. Caring for long hair after 50 is more about consistency than perfection. Hydration makes all the difference. A few drops of coconut, argan, or shea butter oil can restore softness. I often apply argan oil at night, and by morning my hair feels alive again. Regular trims are essential. Even half an inch every couple of months prevents split ends. I once skipped trims for a year, and my hair became thin and lifeless. Heat styling should be limited. Blow dryers and irons can weaken strands, so I always use a protectant. Have you noticed how much healthier hair feels after resting from hot tools? Nutrition also matters. Omega-3, protein, and collagen support strength and shine. A 2024 study showed women who added these nutrients saw clear improvements within 6 months. Do not forget the scalp. A few minutes of massage before bed boosts circulation and relaxes the mind. Most of all, treat hair care as self-love. For me, brushing my hair at night is a reminder that I am worth the time. When care becomes a ritual, it is more than beauty. It is a way to connect with yourself and embrace your own worth. Real stories, the symbol of long hair. Stories often speak louder than advice. I remember a woman, age 55, who was told by her friends that keeping her long hair made her look older. Instead of giving in, she learned how to care for it properly with trims, oils, and soft waves. At her high school reunion, she walked into the room glowing with confidence, and suddenly everyone was asking what her secret was. Another example is a grandmother I know in her 70s. She kept her long silver hair natural, and it became a source of pride for her entire family. Her grandchildren love to braid it, and to them, she is not just a grandmother. She is a symbol of strength and freedom. In my own experience as a consultant, I worked with a retired client who decided to grow her hair long again after years of keeping it short for work. Within a year, she told me she felt lighter, happier, and even more beautiful than she had in decades. Have you ever had a moment when your hair made you feel truly like yourself again? What do you think your own hairstyle says about who you are? And this naturally leads us into a deeper reflection on how hair becomes more than beauty, turning into a statement of identity and self-worth. Age does not shorten beauty. Only old rules and outdated beliefs try to do that. Long hair after 50 is not just a hairstyle, it is a declaration. It says, I still love myself, and I choose what makes me happy. The lesson here is simple, yet powerful. Choose the hair that feels true to who you are. Care for it not as a routine, but as an act of love for yourself. When you brush it, nourish it, or let it flow freely, you are reminding yourself that you deserve this attention. Now I would love to hear from you. Do you prefer long hair or short hair after 50? And why? Share your story in the comments, because your voice could inspire another woman today. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to discover more tips and inspiration made just for women like us.